was the last time you saw Barron?
Is that Barron?
I know this is hard. But do you recognize these boys?
Do they know something?
What they're saying on the news about Barron, I know it's not true.
My son made a complete statement. It's a terrible tragedy.
His kid knows what happened to Barron. He was there.
You are not to do anything without my permission.
Anything that I had to lose, I've already lost. Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Today at 3 p.m., my son, Ethan, went missing from his school.
Did you hurt my son?
You won't hurt me. I know you won't.
What are you looking to build? Maybe I should ask, what are you trying to break?
He's the son of a future senator. You know what that means?
We have to find this missing boy. You can get into a lot of trouble, and I don't want that.
Caleb, why are you doing this?
I wanted Barron to be brave. Why should I want that for myself?
I have worked too hard to build this life.
Barron killed himself because he hated you.
I know that you did this.
Law enforcement is working tirelessly to find him and to bring him home safe.
We're gonna handle this locally.
I took care of it personally. File it closed.
We are confident that Ethan will be home where he belongs.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Barron's Cove, arriving in theaters, video on demand, June 6th. I'm KUYA, this is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Barron's Cove are a pair of the composers. I have the amazing Gavin Brivik as well as James Newberry. Thank you guys for your time. I'm really honored to talk to you guys because I get to talk to a lot of creatives, filmmakers, but on the music side of things, on the composing side of things, I rarely get to talk to y'all, so this is truly a pleasure because I really appreciate music as a, as a film fan, as a filmmaker. You guys build that energy, the vibe that really gets us into, the emotions that we feel while we're watching a film. So thank you both immensely for your time. Can you tell me, I know when I was doing my research, James, you've worked, I believe, with Evan before. Gavin, you're an award-winning killer out there making some amazing stuff. The both of you are. How was this combination working together on Evan's first feature film project? Can you tell me how you all kind of got together to work on Barron's Cove? If I can start with you, James, since you've worked with Evan before.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of how it came together in terms of him knowing me, and I worked with Gavin before on other things, and it was just kind of a fun thing to want to do. We always wanted to work together on other things. We've done shorts and different stuff like that, and it was, I think Evan was a fan of Gavin's as well, and Gavin knew some people involved with the film too, so it was just super easy. We just wanted to work together, and they wanted us to work together, and luckily it just happened like that, and we were all available, and so yeah, we had a good time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Gavin.
Yeah, I think the great thing about James and I is we have very complementary skill sets. Like, he's incredible at things that I'm not very good at, and I think I have some strengths. Like, we have, various abilities that kind of work well. So I think it was a perfect collab because Evan did really want like a very unique score that spanned from orchestral stuff to percussion to electronic elements. So I think it took a wide range, and I think two composers, it's the best thing for that type of project.
I love that, and I love that for you both. For you can find something where you can both benefit and learn from each other to expand out your already amazing skill sets. That's beautiful. So a project like Barron's Cove, I don't know if you've both been able to see the film or what you get as a composer to, you know, come up with the music. How do you approach such a dark film? Like, you know, and amazing. I feel the energy when I'm, you know, again, watching this film and what we get from music. So how as a composer do you tackle this? So like, do you both, you know, with Evans, you sit down to figure out the beats and kind of finding, to me, you guys have the most complex job, you know, I think to just create music to give the energy that we need to feel through this. If I could start with you, James.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. No, but I mean, yeah, we basically, it always kind of starts the same way, depending on where they are in the film, you know, whether they've already started editing or they have, you know, no edit to go off of yet, and it's just a script. I mean, I read the script a while back before it all began, so I kind of knew about the story, and I know Evan's taste, so that helped a lot. But once we kind of got into it with the edit and everything, yeah, we definitely sat down with and zoomed with multiple times Evan as we went across, you know, many weeks of the process whenever we were scoring to picture and things like that. And we always discussed, you know, where he wants music and what kind. And we made sure that we knew exactly what kind of themes we wanted and where. And, you know, between Gavin and I, we just kind of knew what to tackle and who would be strong at what. And then some stuff we did back and forth. You know, I would send him things and he'd write on top of it or around it and vice versa. And I think that's just kind of how it happens a lot with co-composing. And typically people use the same software and stuff, but we don't use the same software. So that was kind of fun. And, you know, we both come from the same kind of schooling of things as well. So it's very comfortable. And I think Evan really liked having two people to bounce ideas off of and cover all the workload too. So,
Gavin, kind of similar question. Is there like a composer Batman utility tool belt that you know, like instantly, like what kind of sounds or instruments that can give that feeling for those moments that you refer to?
Oh yeah, I think we all have our little utility belt. We definitely do. Like we have our kind of things that we know. Like we kind of like James and I will make associations with instruments like ourselves and be like, oh, this is a good instrument for more emotional stuff. And like James is like the best percussionist and percussion writer. So when we had those big action sequences, like it was all James just like rocking some like huge taiko drums or something. I don't know what he was using, but I mean, like we all have our tools that we know are good for specific things. So I definitely think that it's like, you know, like you said, it's a complex job because music's so abstract. It's like not that easy to talk about in like finite terms. So it is helpful, I think, to have two composers because our different vocabularies are a little different. So when a director like Evan's talking to us, we can both be like, what do you think that means? Like we can kind of bounce stuff off each other too, because it is like, it's like if somebody's like, hey, I want something really dark here. Like you're not sure if they mean like dark, like tonally, like it's like a dark moment in the story, or if they mean like a dark sounding instrument, like a bass or something, or like everybody has different definitions for different words. So it's like two composers it creates a little brain like storming session. And so it's been super helpful, especially, you know, when the more cooks you have like on a movie, the more terminology is thrown around. So
amazing. I find this so fascinating. Again, I rarely get to talk to composers, so this is such a pleasure for me, guys. Thank you so much.
No, thanks for talking to us. We also, you know, it's a very specific thing we do. So, you know, we're grateful just to speak, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you so much for being interested in all that.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so I have like so many questions that are coming to my mind. So you get a screenplay, you sit down with the director, you guys are working together, you're kind of figuring out who works best with this action scene or this maybe slow down part of this project. For Barron's Cove, were there any in particulars that we can point out for this film? You know, the train tracks, when I don't want to give stuff away, but when this guy right here is got the other kid and he's thinking about doing something, you know, I don't want to spoil. What was that like? Was there any particular that you guys kind of figured out, or just had like, oh, you were ready to tackle, or you had like such a specific piece that you wanted to do. If I could go with you, James.
Yeah, well, that one's very specific in that Gavin had started it, and I think we kept a lot of the framework. And then when there was more of the film added on in the beginning, like some logos and some different things. And I believe I wrote that for sure. And then I basically added onto what Gavin had and would take things away or add. And then we just did the same back and forth. Like we just kind of tweaked it. But I think the framework was done by Gavin for sure on the opening. And then it was kind of like, oh, now we have like a minute extra here and a thing. You know what I mean? So it just, it was very kind of amorphous in that way. But that was definitely one where we both kind of half and halved it.
Yeah, I think that the best thing with that is like, say I do a framework, but like it's just not fully there, and maybe I'm like struggling to find that Batman tool, like you're saying, like I couldn't find my like this tool to make it just get to the next level. Like that's when, you know, one of us like could toss it to the other and be like, hey, do you have like the right sound for this to really bring it to the next level? Or it's like maybe Evan or, you know, Will or somebody's like, we wish it would be more like this. And like, it's helpful to kind of throw it to the other composer, because sometimes like, you know, you just get in your head, you're like too close to it, and it's just easier. And it's also like creatively nice to just be like, hey, you want to work on this and I'll move on to the next one. So it keeps us like continuously pushing forward instead of just being like stuck in the trenches on just like one scene or something, you know?
Right. And then one thing I'll add real quick is somebody who added a lot to this was the performers that we got. Like, so there was a time where there were no strings, and then there was a time when there were all the strings. And not a full orchestra, but there's no like samples or anything. It's all real players. But like, you know, our friend Jordy and Gavin has a performer who's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. And they layer themselves, and I have some strings that I play badly on there and mix them in. So, you know, it's like and Gavin has his great piano, and I have a piano. So there's a lot of cool performances in the players too that added a lot as we went towards the end of the process. So
yeah, that's definitely that's like for directors, like writing the script and then having actors perform it. Like that's like our equivalent of like getting musicians to perform the score when we've just like written notes, you know?
Beautiful. Well, gentlemen, bravo. I wish I had more time. I have so many questions. So I would love to have you guys back and would love to chat again.
Yeah.
But salute to you both. I as a creative, as a filmmaker that spotlights also, you know, talking to you guys right now, I always say it takes a village. You know, while we may list the top line stars, it's an entire, you know, cast, crew, everybody behind the scenes, and you guys really give us that energy to feel the feelings that we get. I'm an empath, so I'm always going to be talking about feelings, and you guys bring that. So thank you both for your time. It's a pleasure to chat with you guys. Gavin Brivik, James Newberry, Barron's Cove, video on demand in theaters June 6th. I'm KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World.
Thanks, KUYA.
Thanks, guys. You guys are dope, man. Really a pleasure to chat with you guys.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Thank you. Bye.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you. Awesome. KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
Absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy KUYA P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys. Awesome. I think I'm recording. Cool. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Hello, Gavin. Hello, James. It's a pleasure to chat with you both.
Hey, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. All right. I think I'm recording. I'm good. I know you got me as backup, Kaylee. I'm ready to rock. I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, Gavin and James, if you don't mind. Tell me with my edit, and we'll get right into it.
All right.
All right. We are good. Okay. Let's rock. Let's have some fun. I appreciate you guys. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.